My name is Martin K, and today is another episode of News on the Spectrum. That's right. What I was doing this weekend? Well, people, I was in France. That's right, the France with capital F. I went there with my girlfriend, so we saw all the romantic stuff. We saw Champs Elysees, oh Champs Elysees, da 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 da. And we saw the Eiffel Tower. That's right. It is actually impressive. I was surprised because, in general, whenever you see some touristic landmarks, they always look bad. Like if you see like Big Ben in London, it's not really that big. Seriously, like someone lied about the size. That's right. Ben lied, and then he's tricking people into watching his Big Ben. Yeah. Anyway, today I'm a bit tired because again, yes, I came out from the flight around 3 hours ago. Therefore, my energy is a bit low. But on the other hand, I ate some pizza, so yes, it's balanced. Okay, so today episode gonna be about Kenya, Kenya, Kenya. You might know this country from Enya song. Not just kidding. That's the rhyme I had in my mind. Enya song. Probably butcher it. Anyway, what do I know about Kenya? Kenya is a country in east of Africa, southeast even I would say. The capital is Nairobi. You guys are popular for your safari, and I think flowers. That's the main export of Kenya. Flowers. That's right. If you give flowers to your girlfriend or a boyfriend, there is a chance they may be coming from Kenya. That's right. So you're supporting the local economy and your relationship. That's right. Uh, what else? What else do I know about Kenya? I think you are at the borders with Somalia, Ethiopia, Congo. I guess I'm guessing as everything. If you listen to this podcast, you know exactly that I just say that stuff I have in my head about the certain country. You guys have the Maasai tribe, what got super popular because there was some movie about a white girl falling in love with the Maasai warrior. Therefore, if you're like a white girl from United States, that's a perfect love story that someone from other nation completely can find you attractive. I don't know. I think I will even watch this movie. Okay, the main invention of Kenya are girls with the name Kenya. That's right. If you ever met a girl named Kenya, the origin of her name is coming from the country. That's right. Because I don't know, do you have like a license for it? You know, you can like you have to, do you have like royalties? You know, when you're playing a song on the radio, the artists get the royalties. So maybe if you name your kid Kenya, the Kenyan government gets also paid. Okay, people, to the news. The first news are coming from AP News, Associated Press. It's not exactly funny, but the explanation of it, I found it pretty hilarious. Belgian teens arrested with 5,000 smuggled ants as Kenya warns of changing trafficking trends. That's right, the guy was smuggling ants, 5,000, whole pocket of them. Two Belgian teenagers were charged Tuesday with wildlife piracy after they found with thousands of ants packed in test tubes in what Kenyan authorities said was a part of trend in trafficking smaller and lesser known species. Come on, didn't Belgians already took a lot from Africa? Can you guys leave them alone? Seriously? Like, what's wrong with your country? Seriously, leave them alone. Okay, so Lord Noy David and Sepe. Oh shit! What the fuck is this last name? Lodevik or Lodevik. Two 19 years old who were arrested on April 5 with 5,000 ants in their ass. Ants in the pants. There was also a movie like that. Ants in the pants. At the guest house appeared distraught during their appearance before a magistrate in Nairobi and were comforted in a courtroom by relatives. You know, being a stupid son is a burden. I feel sorry for the parents. I also feel sorry for my parents because I am also stupid, and they also had a lot of problems with me. But this podcast is not about me, people. It's about Kenya. Kenya. They told the magistrate they were collecting the ants for fun and did not know it was illegal. Oh, it was 5,000. You know, and there is a limit of fun, right? The limit is 2,000 ants, right? If you have 2,000 ants, like, hey, he's a cool guy. If you have 5,000 of them, like, hey, it's a wildlife trafficker. In a separate criminal case, Kenyan Dennis Ngang and Vietnamese Du Hung Nguyen, by the way, 60% of the Vietnam has the last name Nguyen, also were charged with illegal trafficking in the same courtroom following their arrest while possession of 400 ants. Therefore, I gave you a false information. Apparently, the cool amount of ants you can have in your pants is 300. I don't know if there's any limit. The Kenya Wildlife Services said the four men were involved in trafficking the ants to markets in Europe and Asia, blah, blah, blah. And there is like some specific type of ants. And they are angry that people are stealing from them. That's right. Fuck them. Do not let the... How the fuck both of them are 19? They both look like 45. What the fuck do they eat in Belgium? Fucking oil after fries? Seriously. They smoke the fumes from the cars? They look like 1,000 years old. One of them looked 1,000, the second one looked 1,005. Kenya has the past fought about with the trafficking, blah, blah, blah. So the 5,000 ants were found in the guest house where they were staying. Oh, did the ants pay for the rent? They were staying in the guest house and were packed in test tubes filled with cotton wool to enable the ants to survive for months. Two other men were arrested in Nairobi where they found to have 400 ants in their apartments. And the estimates of the value is $7,700. Oh, shit. 5,000 ants. The foundation in Nairobi said ants play a role in enriching. Yeah, of course, ants are super great. I do support the ants. So when you see a healthy forest like Yangon forest, you don't think about what is making it healthy. It's the ants. And even if it's a trade, should be regulated and taking our resources. You cannot just take our resources like that. That's right, people. Hold your position. Fuck those ant thieves. Okay, second news are coming from Nairobi News. Nairobi man narrates how he accidentally entered an interview through a window. Maybe they told him, like, maybe he got a job interview on Microsoft Teams and they asked him, is your Windows updated? And he moved through the window just to check. A Twitter thread on job interviews gaffes left Kenyans in stitches, especially after the original poster revealed how someone had accidentally entered the job interview room via the window. So there was a screenshot and a conversation in it, and one person asked how his interview went, and the respondent revealed he was left with egg on his face when the interviewing panel could barely contain the laughter. Sorry. Their office had the large windows, almost the same size as those, so I couldn't tell which was which. I know if you've never been in this position, you don't know what life is. Hey, is the door? Is the window? Let's go. Oh shit! Is it robber? He's going through the windows. Like, no. I just want to have a job. I entered the interview room and found myself behind the interview seats. I swear I almost killed them with laughter. I had entered the interview via window. The interview didn't even happen. One of them couldn't even help looking at me. He left the room and go and die of laughter outside. I have suffered in this Nairobi, my friend. I'd rather go back home to Malindi. Okay. So what they asked him, like, did he smoke something? You know what? Okay, so he went for the interview. Upon the entering the room, I decided to twist the chairs and lift up. I tried lowering back to the normal range, but the hydraulic refused to move back down. I had the aerial view of the interviews, and they resorted to calling for security to escort me outside. I once asked for permission from a job where I had been working for an interview in another place. I had lied. Though I had lied, I was traveling. So he took a day off for this interview, and he was so eager to get the job, he went through the window. While in Poland there is a saying, right? If they don't let you in, go with the doors. So the guy went with the window. Upon entering the interview room, I found my boss in the panel. I had known that he would be among them. He also seen his boss, and he was disqualified too. See, people, they complaining people do not want to work. How they don't want to work when this guy actually went through the window for the job interview? That's right.
And now is the time for news from Czechoslovakia. Czechoslovakia still doesn't exist.
All right, lovely people. Now is the time for the second part of the news. We spoke about ant thieves who had ant in their pants. And then we also spoke about the guy who went to the job interview through the window. And he didn't get the job, despite all the sacrifice. Bad, 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 bad. Okay, the next news are coming from BBC. Joshua Waigaino, Kenyan fake policeman charged. Fake policeman. A Kenyan man has been charged after allegedly pretending to be assistant commissioner for 5 years. Maybe he went through the window to get this job. How do you even pretend to be like a chief of anything for 5 years? Like nobody checks anything. Like, hey, what's your CV? Maybe this kind of stuff. No. So Joshua Vaigano is said to have sacked and recruited police officer in Rift Valley province during this time. No, so not only he faked the job, he also was hiring people. It would be kind of hilarious interview. It was like he's like looking at your CV like, as you can see, you do not have enough qualifications, sir. We have to go with the other candidates. And like, look, who's talking? You have no qualification at all. Yes, but my uncle works here. So he denied 2 counts of impersonating police officers and one of illegal possession of police uniforms and one of robbery with violence. Oh, so not only he was a police, he was also a thief. Police and thieves on the streets. Oh yeah, running the nation with the guns and ammunition. Anyway, that was the Clash, my version of it. Cover. He was reportedly uncovered after flying on a police helicopter to investigate a massacre of officer. Ooh. But was he flying by himself or he just ride in? In November, 42 police officers were killed, unfortunately, by some cattle rustles, and he went there to check. And after pleading not guilty on all 4 charges, the case was adjourned to allow Mr. Vangayo to seek medical treatment for diabetes. A police, a thief, and a diabetic. This guy has it all. Jack of all trades. Jack of all trades, master of none, something like this. Police spokesperson Eric Kiratie told Nairobi Capital that Mr. Vainganyo had not been paid salary by the police services. Oh, he lost his money. That was a quick news about the guy who was pretending to be a police officer, but also he was a robber, and also he performed in the Clash. And the last part of the news are coming from the US Sun. For the chop, a bizarre moment, a man clings to a helicopter as it takes off at a lavish wedding after begging for a ride. Shocking footage shows the man clinging on a helicopter makes its way over the tree until it's nearly out of sight. Maybe it was the same guy who went to investigate the massacre, the fake police investigator. Okay, so the bizarre moment, yes, he climbed. The incident was caught on a video at the lavish ceremony in Southwest Kenya. By the way, people, a lot of my friends asking me why I'm not just putting like the videos or the photos from the news I'm reading and stuff. It's because of copyrights. Because if I would put it, someone probably would take my podcast, and I do not have enough money to hire a lawyer to defend me. All right. So basically, a man performed a bizarre stunt. Yes, he catch a helicopter. He really likes it. It's like an Uber for him, I guess. A crowd can be seen gathered around the chopper, so it begins to take off with nothing seeming out of ordinary at first. But the man stood right next to a helicopter, grabs onto a landing skid, and makes it away into air. Who didn't? Who here never had this kind of idea in their head? Like maybe I would catch a helicopter. Seems nice. Helicopters are expensive. I don't have money for the ticket. Let me catch the helicopter and fly, and then I will jump on my stop. So he can be seen clinging on a helicopter, makes its way over the trees until it's nearly out of sight. Stunned members of the crowd watch on with many filming the outlandish spectacle on their phone. Footage of the surreal moment has been shared widely on social media. Uri Uri Sub-County Police said the man had tried to beg for money from the occupants of the helicopter. Oh shit! So not only he catch the helicopter in the middle of it, he was asking like, "Do you have $5? Not just $5. I'm telling you, just you give me $5 and I'm jumping out. No problem." When he was denied, he asked for a ride and was refused again. Okay, so it is beforehand. But what can I say? This man is stubborn. It was a point he grabbed the point of the vehicle. Once the pilot was aware what was happening, he made an emergency landing in the nearby field, and they arrested the guy. He was a bicycle repairman. That's right, he was repairing bicycles and maybe helicopters. He was apprehended at his home. He tried to escape, was very violent, but we managed to arrest him. That's right. If he want to escape from prison, you know where to look. Helicopters. He will face charges for risking life, and he was relieved when the helicopter brought him down to earth, according to local media reports. He had begun to feel exhausted in the media after clinching onto the helicopter for dear life. Yeah. So in the middle of like catching the helicopter and like flying into the air, he was like, ah, that seems like a bad idea. I definitely had some better ideas in my life. Um, so it took place around Prince Indah lavish wedding ceremony on Sunday. It was held in Migori, the southwest of Kenya. One of the passengers was YouTuber. Yeah, I'm not gonna say the name. Fuck him. The incident prompted to warn people against attempting such dangerous stunts. That's right, people. If you see a helicopter, do not catch it. All right, it's gonna be dangerous. Uh, or if you have a helicopter, do not give your friends a ride outside of a helicopter. That's right. So, people, that was the news from Kenya. There was a lot of stuff. There was fake cops, people catching helicopters rides, and job interviews that didn't went well because the entrance interview was strange. Anyway, people, my name is Martin K. That was the news from Kenya. I wish you all the happy remaining the rest of the Sunday. And in the meantime, I'm gonna chill out a bit. All right, people, take care. Bye bye.